Hello, everybody. It's a sad day in Tyria. As you just saw, Isobel met her untimely death in Pre-Searing trying to explore the treacherous landscape in Wizard's Folly. Looks like we're not going to get that Survivor title after all. But there's also good news. We chose our secondary profession thanks to some voting that happened in the comment section on the last video. We're going to be a Mesmer monk. That means we get access to healing, smiting, and protection skills, which will definitely add even more utility to our party composition. After talking to Menlo at Ashford Abbey, Isabel is officially a monk secondary, and we are now ready to go with Prince Rourke beyond the wall in search of a Char who has gotten behind enemy lines. After getting back to Ascalon City, we finish the quest to choose our secondary profession by talking to Armin Saberlin, who directs us to Sir Titus before sending us to Rourke beyond the wall. It's important to read the red quest text here, as you can never come back to this part of the game once you finish this quest. Everything we just explored is going to be forever changed by the following events. It's worth noting that some players spend their entire gameplay life cycle in pre-searing chasing prestige titles and even hitting max level by killing Char in order to the wall. That is a method that can sometimes take weeks to hit max level. I'm foreshadowing a bit here, but this part of the game didn't even exist as part of ArenaNet's original design plans for the game. It was not added until very late in the development cycle because what was originally the first explorable zone seemed too dark and dreary for new players. More on that in a bit. Normally, this is where the first game introduces the player to PvP combat. However, due to low population, I discovered that the game actually has you skip the PvP battle that normally precedes the mission against the Char. What you see here is the preparation with Prince Rurik and soldiers from the Ascalon Vanguard before heading out to chase the Char Necromancer. Rurik gives his inspirational speech while my henchmen just keep casting their preparation buffs. One major criticism of narrative design in Guild Wars and in Guild Wars 2 is that you're constantly reminded that you're an accessory to some NPC character's personal redemption arc. In fact, ArenaNet employs this same narrative style in all three of the campaigns. You'll see the similarities when we get to factions in Nightfall. If you don't have any other human players with you, the game provides you with AI henchmen who fulfill the major tank, healer, and DPS roles. At lower levels, the party size is capped at 4, and it gradually increases to 6 and 8 as the game progresses to different areas. While my party didn't have any trouble at all defeating the Grawl and the Char mobs in this area, you can see that the henchman AI is sometimes a little off, which will make progressing through the rest of the game solo somewhat difficult depending on the mission. In later campaigns, you're able to recruit advanced AI henchmen called heroes, whose skill bars and gear you can customize. These henchmen will do fine for now, though. Placing Isobel in the right location was still important to get the henchmen to react appropriately to mob attacks. Generally, they are good at taking damage and will respond to orders to attack a single target, which you can call for by hitting the control button and the spacebar. A good rule of thumb in Guild Wars is to always shut down the backline mobs first, meaning you want to have your party target any Mesmer, Necro, Elementalist, or Monk monster types so that they don't wipe out your party while you're getting beat on by the melee mobs. We didn't have too much trouble doing that here, as it's the introductory mission to what is essentially the rest of the game. We're going to see a cinematic here in a second that is going to basically introduce what was originally the beginning of the game. I'll have more on that in the next episode, but for now, let's watch the true opening cinematic to Guild Wars 1.
It was on that day that the Char discovered a way around the Great Wall, a way to bring it down. This is where the true story begins.
2 years later. This looks like the SpongeBob meme. I'll see you guys next time.